it's Dr. Teresa Ulrich again. Today we're going to look at the old aquarium light that I want to try to use for my Dwarf Seahorse tank. You may remember that I want to recycle some of my old equipment, so I'm just buying as little as possible. And to do that, I'm going to use a cup of distilled white vinegar, an old toothbrush used only for cleaning purposes, some paper towel, and of course the actual light fixture and bulb. One of the things that I need to assess is the plug. If you can see here, it's like a greenish coating. That's years of buildup from salt and then turning the copper color green. That's going to need to be cleaned off so that when I plug it into the wall I don't have any problems with connection. And I'm going to stick that right in the cup of water and let that soak while I take a look at some other pieces of the light. Oh, I'm having trouble getting that staying. There we go. So one of the first things I have to do is take out the bulb. And you have to, with these old-fashioned lamps, is twist the bulb out, and you can see there are prongs that slide into the actual light fixture. And then looking inside, I don't know how well you can see that, it looks like some cleanup is in order on the inside, where the bulb goes in, where the prongs attach, and then even on the outside it could stand some cleaning. So just very quickly, I am going to take my toothbrush and I'm going to dip it into the vinegar and do a little scrubbing with these slots. These slots are ventilation slots. Basically, they allow the heat to escape that might be building up from the plastic piece below that separates the bulb from the top of the fixture. And I am getting some buildup out here between using the toothbrush and the vinegar. Things are releasing and coming off. So once I get the slots, I'm going to use this process for the whole fixture. Don't need to spend a lot of time doing it. Doesn't need to be perfectly clean. It just needs to be clean enough so that the fixture is going to function. And when we're finished, we will test it out and hopefully we'll have some success. Just so you know, before I started this cleaning process, I did plug in the fixture and it was working, so that I'm not doing this cleaning for nothing, and that's something that you may want to do too. Even the prong fixtures here, those probably should be cleaned out with the brush the best you can. And then when I've gotten vinegar in all the places that I can get it and reach with the brush, I'll put my fixture down, and then I'm just going to get some paper towel and I'm going to start wiping down all the areas. And you can see, even with just that short little cleaning with the vinegar, it already looks so much better, and in some places even looks like it's almost new. So get all of this dried off. I don't want to have any electrocution problems when I'm ready to try to plug in. And not a ton, but you can see a little bit of dirt here on my paper towel. I want to get in really good to the parts where those prongs of the fluorescent bulb slip in. They need to be dry and they need to be clean so that there's good contact. And before I put the bulb back in, I'll let that dry just a tiny bit more. I'm going to take a look at my plug part, and I was able to get some of that green off just letting it sit in the vinegar. So I'm going to try to scrub away a little bit more, get those layers of buildup off using my old toothbrush. I know this equipment probably seems ancient compared to what's available now, but it worked back in the day, and I'm sure it's going to work great again. And like I said, by recycling equipment, on getting some use out of equipment that is just sitting around. A lot of this equipment has either been given to me, I found, or I bought at a garage sale at a reduced price. And so if I can make it recyclable, I'm going to do that rather than go out and buy new things. All right, that was pretty good. I got a substantial amount of the green buildup off of there. So I'm going to dry this really well. Yeah, it looks so much better. A lot of that green is off. It might be hard to tell, but it was pretty thick before. But it is much more accessible now for the outlet because there is a lot more open contact space than there was with all of that buildup removed. And I'm still getting a little bit off. I'm just going to give that a little bit more of a scrub here because it seems to be doing very well with that vinegar treatment. And it's just as well because while we're working on this, the rest of the fixture is air drying. Even though I did wipe it down, there might be a little bit moisture left in there, and I do want it as dry as possible before I put the bulb back in there, and then we check to make sure everything is functioning. Okay, that is pretty good. I feel really good about that. I have almost all the green off. I don't know if you can see there. Now I'm going to take a quick look at my prongs because probably this bulb has been sitting for a long time inside of that fixture, but the prongs look good. I don't see any discoloration or buildup on the prongs, which is really a good sign. So I am ready to try to slip this back in. And these old-fashioned bulbs, the way they work, you just put the pins in place, slip it in there, and then you're going to give it a little twist. I'm trying to get everything lined up. Oh, I see. You have to put in one side first, and then the other. All right. I've got it twisted in there, making sure that my actual plug is dry. I'm just blowing on it a little bit. Dampness seems to be gone. I'm going to plug it in. And let's give it a try, see if it works. Aha, there it is. This bulb is flickering a little bit, so I might have to change it pretty soon, and it looks like there might be a dead space in here. But it does tell me that this fixture is functioning. Oh, the light just went out. It might just need a twist. But anyway, even if I need to put a new bulb in here, I know the fixture is functioning, and I'll probably be able to successfully use this for the Seahorse tank that I'm going to be putting together pretty soon. So thank you so much for watching. It was great to have you with me again.